is the first time we found that the truck floats. We were doing a photo shoot for Warren Winch Company and back into the water for the photo. They were going to winch us out, and we found out the truck float.
He kept saying, back up, I want the back end down. I says, I did back up, but the back end won't go down. I never thought it would float.
No, I didn't either. It's too big and too heavy. So then we wanted to try it in deep water and see what happened. This is in the Lake of the Ozarks in southern Missouri, and it did float.
The ultimate test is, number one, to do it in deep water. Number two, to do it that time of year.
That's right, it was December.
Impulse. We've always been acting on impulse. You know, if we thought we needed to do it, we just went and did it. You know, I didn't catch any fish that day. Supposed to be good crappie fishing, but it was the conditions, guys. It was almost 0 degrees out there, and it really took effect once we pulled the truck out. We had to immediately put it on the trailer because things started to freeze up. If we had waited 15 minutes, we would not have been able to get that truck on the trailer and move it, because the water on the brake drums and everything would have frozen everything up.
We did a piece for Ford at the Lake Pontchartrain in New Orleans and put 8 tires on the truck, see if it would float higher, see if it would travel a little bit faster.
And you notice 8 tires not only helped it float, but it was a safety factor, because at that time there's been a few monster trucks tried what we did and actually rolled over in the water, and we really didn't want that to happen out there in Lake Pontchartrain. And we also thought that 8 tires would give us a little more speed in the water, although it really didn't prove out. The boat passed us right up. But as always, we drew a crowd.
We tried out a little different situation here in the Missouri River. We put a 24-inch prop off of, what is that?
An army duck.
An army duck, that's right.
Yes.
And thought we could get up to 6 miles an hour, but it didn't happen.
And the reason we went 6 miles an hour is that we've always wanted to come out underneath the Gateway Arch and cross the Mississippi River, but the current 6 miles an hour, we had to do better than that, or the Corps of Engineers told us we'd end up in New Orleans. So we kept working toward that, but there's too much truck in the water to get any speed. It's too much mass trying to push itself through the water.
And we had a little race with a paddle boat. This was at a Chattahoochee River in Columbus, Georgia. He beat.
No, I think you actually won the race, but the only reason why you won the race because the finish line was on the shore.
This is our playground down in Westerville, Missouri on the Black River.
You'd be surprised what a little Aerostar can do with nitrous oxide. It gives it an added kick. It's one of our favorite places to go.
It is. We've taken all the vehicles down from time to time.
This Ranger is grossly overpowered. 429 Ford Hemi, you had the power to do anything that you had the inclination to do. Anything you thought you could try, this little truck would try to do it for you. Of all the trucks we built, this thing was one of the most exciting to drive as a driver because it was sharp, overpowered, narrow wheelbase, and just a real handful.
Of course, we had to end up with the fast tracks, and it surprised us how well it did down here, but it really churned up the gravel.
And unlike the monster truck, you know, we never did get it to float.
I don't think it would ever float.
You know, it powered through, but it never floated. It did hydroplane though at speed with those tracks. It had enough area that you could actually hydroplane with it.